Hello, everybody. If you're seeing this, it's time for us to talk about some stuff. Those who don't know, there's going to be kind of a wave of reactions coming in because I want to take a small break from recording just games because I've been recording game after game after game after game after game. I want to take a small break. So I figured a nice thing to relax to, and it wouldn't be as much work as everything else. I would cover and react to, well, videos. As always, credit is in the description below, where underneath the main tagline, you guys will see a link to the videos that I'm going to be watching. It's this guy here, Zero, right there. Okay, Zero right there. Link to his channel description and to his stuff. He's a big Devil May Cry 5 player. He's a big player of Devil May Cry in general. He has tips and tricks videos. So if you're also someone like me who is great at Devil May Cry, but you need to kind of get better at certain other characters, he might be the character to go to. Anyway, I just want to clarify that, but he's also talked about the Adi Shankar drama, or Adi, I don't fucking know. Those who don't know, this guy's infamous for making the Devil May Cry anime reboot. For those who don't know about that, let me state. Netflix greenlit and allowed a Netflix anime original of Devil May Cry. He was the director behind it all. He had the thing go. He was also behind Castlevania, if I remember correctly. His work's the mixed past, but I didn't really care for the Devil May Cry franchise for anime form, mainly because of this. Before you get on my ass, let me say this. The 2025 Netflix anime of Devil May Cry 5 was honestly really fucking bad, in my opinion. They butchered Lady, Dante, and more importantly, Virgil. They butchered a lot of characters. They made the entire thing not what it was, and they made Dante feel like an edgelord at points. Oh, he activated his devil trigger, so his eyes glow red. Oh, look how edgy! It's like, just say you're trying to copy Terra Ninja, or whatever the fuck they were called who did the reboot. Then we'll accept your work. But I myself am not a fan of it. I know there's some people out there who probably enjoy the anime adaptation from Netflix, and there are people out there who don't. I have my own mixed fans. Some of you guys as well like and hate it. I'm not going to shit on you guys. My personal opinion, I didn't like the anime. My personal favorite was the original 2000s anime of Devil May Cry that was co-directed and written by the actual maker of Devil May Cry, who, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember off the top of my head right now. So when I say this, I come on the point of someone who's a big fan of Devil May Cry. As everyone knows, I cover the content a lot on my channel, too. This is to clarify that I have room to speak on the topic, okay? I've done Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the reboot on my own time. I've seen the animes of both of them, didn't like the reboot, and I go back constantly to rewatch the original one that was made around 2012, I think it came out? I'm not too sure. I can't remember when that one was released, but it's really damn good. If you haven't seen it already, please go watch the original Devil May Cry anime. Not the one made by him on Netflix, but the original one that was released by the actual guy who made the game. He was there to write the script. Okay? This is me just giving you guys background. I'm a big fan of it. I've also done a Let's Play on Lucia's story from DMC2. I don't want to remember that. I've done a video on DMC4. I've done many videos on Devil May Cry 5, including Bloody Palace and Let's Play, and I'm pretty sure I could safely sit here in my chair and say, I know the story of Devil May Cry. I know the game series by heart. I played a lot of the games by this point. I still fucking suck, though, when it comes to playing Dante for some reason, but I contribute it to Rust with him because I've been going so much Virgil because I can't help it. Bury the Light just compels me to Virgil it all. Anywho, so what we're about to show you is going to be this. Zero here's talking about does the anti-Shankar hate Devil May Cry drama. There are 3 videos on this. Links to each of them are in the description with parts. As I'll be trying to also apply to the description the part value of each one of when he changes over to the next, when I change over to the next one, okay? So, there. Anyway, let's begin the video.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I got some more cream for you today. I feel like it's been a minute since I had some really good, juicy drama in the community to discuss with you guys. I think the last drama thing that's really happened was the thing with that girl where people were saying she wasn't a real fan of the game because she was bad or something. I think...
Okay, real quickly, just to say that, you can be bad at a game and still enjoy the series. Look at me. I suck at some of the games I played through that I've never touched before. Still enjoyed my time playing them. Like Tribal 9, I suck at it. Well, kind of. But I really enjoy that game, and I'm right now currently trying to get some videos out of it before it closes down. So I also expect that to return at some point. Me just showing off Trouble 9 one last time.
I think that was the last thing, but I got a juicy one for you guys today, and it has to do with Addy.
Actually, hang on. If we're speaking of that topic, why don't people go after some of the other popular content creators? There's some popular content creators out there who are terrible at Devil May Cry, and they never got flame thrown at them. Just saying. You know, it's just you guys being hypocrites there.
Basically, Addy posted up an interview that he did, and in that interview, he said this, and it caused a lot of backlash, and now my whole timeline is just people just dogging on Addy once again.
Absolutely right.
This is HD quality too, holy shit. So this is apparently, from what I can find out, this is taken from the Addy's podcast. I'm unsure. Let's continue.
Numbers wise, eclipses everything else.
Yep.
But I'm passionate about Devil May Cry. Like, I love this thing.
Yeah.
And I love this niche
That's
thing.
the most important
and now
thing,
I can take it and hopefully blow it up to a point where I can expand it and there'll be more of it.
Yep.
You know, you sound like Tetra Ninja, whatever the fuck they were called that did the reboot. They literally did that just to try to blow up the series again.
Right? So, and I didn't know that there was a Devil May Cry 5 coming out.
Record scratch? Hang on. Let me double check this. Okay, so Devil May Cry 5 was released on March 8th, 2019. When was Netflix DMC anime announced? Okay, so 2018, but he didn't start production till 2022. So let me get this straight. It was announced in late 2018. Okay. But at the same time, you didn't start production of the show, meaning, let's see, did we have like a full-on date? No, it was just announced late in, it was actually announced late in 2018. So let's say it's around Q4. So let's say around Q4, Devil May Cry and Netflix anime was announced, okay? So that's around November. Okay, that was actually, sorry, I'm fucking up my words. Q4 is, in my opinion, September, October, November, December. Okay, so that's Q4. Okay, we can all agree on that. Oh wait, no, that doesn't work actually. No, that doesn't work because then technically Q3 is to the end of summer, which is the beginning of fall. You know what? Fuck it. I'm already ruining my words already, and I'm confused myself. Let's just say October to December, okay? So the show was announced around October to December, and Devil May Cry 5 was announced and released. It was either announced or released. I think. Let's see. It was released on 8th of March 2019. So you don't even have like a 6-month grace period there, really, because let's go October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, you got 6 months. But when was it announced? This was announced during June 10th, 2018. So let me get this straight. You said you were going to start working on the project late 2018. So by then, Devil May Cry 5 has been announced at an E3 2018 press conference before Netflix announced that they were working, and before Netflix and probably you were going to be making your own Devil May Cry Netflix adaptation. Excuse me? How did you not know about this? I'm sorry. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm calm down. I had to like step away. So those who don't know, I've said before, big fan of Devil May Cry. Love everything about Devil May Cry. I do enjoy my time playing Devil May Cry 2, even though it's a train wreck of a fucking game. And I can find some enjoyment with Devil May Cry Reboot. But even then, I don't want to touch that either. But to say outright you didn't know when in 2018, in June, they announced DMC5. And your project was not announced till late 2018. So from October to December. And I'll even give you a grace period, okay? September. I'll include December, September in that. So September to December, we'll say your project got announced. How the fuck do you not know that that was announced? It was announced in summer. At the beginning of fucking summer. Oh my lord.
You didn't know?
No.
Wow.
I got
okay.
actually unhappy when they.
Okay.
Excuse me. No, not gonna rage you.
They, so I signed the deal and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, great, I'm doing it. And then they're like, good news, we have Devil May Cry 5 coming out.
Were you?
Why does he feel like one of those guys like, hey, guys, look at me. I blew up the game. I made you guys get DMC 5 because I'm a Netflix adaptation. That's what he feels like to me right now. The way he's acting with DMC 5, it doesn't feel like he's a fan. It doesn't feel like he knows the series. And I'm not gatekeeping here. I'm arguably one of the people who want people to experience the game. Hell, I even went on my way to get my friend who doesn't play many video games a copy of Devil May Cry because I want him to experience how good it is. And he enjoys it now. That should tell you how much I want people to love this series. I want this series to be loved. And you sound like someone who wants to say, oh, I'm a fan. That's why I revived it. You guys should thank me. Oh boy, you already kind of set me off the earlier take about being unhappy about the MC5. I'm sorry. I do not care how much you're working on a project. If you're a fan of the series and you hear, oh, there's a 5th game coming out, I swear to you, mostly anybody who's a fan working on that project would have been like, yes, okay, let's play that and then write a script that could continue off that, like they did with Devil May Cry 1.
You hoping to play it before doing your adaptation? Is that what you're saying, or you just?
No, I actually thought the franchise was dead.
Excuse me. Oh, I had to get up there. I had to get up. I literally stood up for a second. Like, I wish I record webcam. I had to literally get out of my chair, walk away, and walk back. Excuse me? You thought Devil May Cry was dead. No one tell my chats about this. Guys, listen. I know some of you in the chat are right now, some of you guys in the comment section you're gonna see this are probably getting your pitchforks ready to go on a murder spree for what he said there. Do not commit genocide. Please remember, we do not throw hate. We want to be better than people like this. We do not use hate as a thing. We could discuss this, but for the love of fucking God, I'm resisting myself right now from ripping him apart. Do not stoop to their level. Do not stoop to his level. Be better than him. Take it from just do what I'm doing in a sense. Deconstruct his points on how things could work. Do not throw hate his way. I'm saying that right now. Do not throw hate this guy's way. Do not throw death threats. I know that's a common thing. Do not throw death threats. Do not throw hate, okay? I thought it was just gonna be a little clip or something about him being like, to be fully fucking honest here, I thought it was gonna be like, yeah, I don't like Devil May Cry 5. It ruins my anime because it does all this. And I was gonna be like, okay, well, we just go separate timelines. I would have been like that, and boom. But no, saying that,
Oh, I got you.
This was my thing. Like I like Dino Crisis.
This is your thing. Oh, I'm resisting the urge to cuss. Okay, I have to resist the urge to cuss here because like YouTube doesn't like when I do that. I am literally standing up right now in my desk. That's how angry I am.
I see.
And I thought I was bringing this thing back, and I'm like, oh, this is like a modern.
You're bringing it back.
Fucking thing. Like this is ongoing. Then I should have done Street Fighter.
Or if you're into like those types of things, I could see doing a great rival schools as well.
Yes,
that would be.
So this clip right now has everybody extremely angry because now people are saying that he didn't actually.
I I can't say why.
make this show because he
To be
cares about the
honest.
series. He just made the show because he wanted to like fuel his ego and be the
Oh
savior
my
of a
God.
franchise. And that when he realized that the series quote unquote wasn't dead, then he was unhappy and didn't want to work on it anymore. And he's just been getting, dude, just absolutely suplexed all over my Twitter feed. This article went up almost immediately
This does not help. It does not help. Look at what that says.
after this started gaining traction
Oh my.
on Twitter. It says, Adi Shankar was unhappy with Devil May Cry 5 because it took spotlight away from his Netflix series. I thought the franchise was dead. I thought I was bringing this.
If you make a good quality product, people are gonna watch it regardless. It could look at the fucking earlier Devil May Cry anime. That shit's beloved by the community because it stays true to the formula. Oh my lord!
Thing back. So I want to read a little bit of this here because
I'm like, oh my fucking god! I'm not. Like, that's me right now. That is literally me.
it's just crazy. It's just fucking nuts. Contrary to the genuine hype most fans felt about finally receiving a new series entry, Netflix Devil May Cry showrunner Adi Shankar has admitted that he was genuinely upset with Capcom's decision to make Devil May Cry 5 as
Excuse me? You guys should not have made a fifth game. No fifth game. I get the fifth game because I'm making the show. Excuse me. I can name a number of anime projects that I would have loved to hear that this would have helped produce and pushed their games further beyond. Like, seriously, the guys behind Tribal 9, for example, Tribal 9, Danganronpa, they literally when they made the End of Hope's Academy, they made 2 animes after the Danganronpa 2. They made 2 animes, okay? And that actually helped the push for enough attention to make Danganronpa V3, okay? I'm not lying to you guys. I believe that's actually the case. Is from what I've heard because of how well that received. They were greenlit to make technically another Danganronpa. So they made V3 to fully end it, which personally I did not like V3, but if I ever play those series, you'll see why when I play it. But oh my lord. Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. Yep. I am like trying so hard not to scream.
believed his animated adaptation would have received a bevy of praise for reviving what he thought was a dead franchise. Shankar, who
Excuse me? He what? This reads as someone who's literally just wants to receive like credit, like, oh my god, Adi, your thing revived Devil May Cry. It's like, excuse me? If you got us Devil May Cry 6, it would have been different, but it's done. The guy who made it left. He's retired.
many may also recognize as the showrunner for Netflix Castlevania, confirmed his frustrations with Nero, Dante, and V's Big Adventure during the May 13th episode of his Ask Addy Anything podcast. Therein, having been turned to the subject of Devil May Cry's greenlighting by the episode guest, current All Elite Wrestling reigning champion Kenny Omega, Shankar took a moment to regale his fellow Capcom aficionado with the animated series production origin story. At this point, Shankar then revealed to his guest that when he agreed to helm the Netflix adaptation, he not only outright didn't know there was a Devil May Cry 5 coming out, but upon learning this news, he got actually unhappy about the entire situation. This was my thing, he explained, proceeding to give a very revealing look at his own creative motivations. I thought I was bringing this thing back, so I was like, oh, this is a modern thing, this is ongoing, then I should have just done Street Fighter, which he likewise believed to be a dying franchise when he signed on to Devil May Cry.
Oh my. Street Fighter just came out on Street Fighter? Hang on, give me a minute. Before I check myself. I can see him, if he did, I can see this. If he was working on a Netflix thing for Street Fighter, look, 2023 this one came out, okay? So let's check, when did Street Fighter 5 come out? 2016, okay. He could have gotten some credit for that. I can see that one, but at the same time, it wasn't dead still. Because they still updated this. Because even after it came out, they still updated Street Fighter 5. Okay. I had to like step back again for another minute there, just calm down.
2018. An okay at best series on its own, but a genuine
Hang on. My God.
in 2018. An okay at best series on its own, but a genuine insult when compared to its source material. The first season of Shankar's Devil May Cry is now streaming on Netflix, and sadly has already been confirmed to be receiving a season 2. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, so I'm gonna now give...
Wow, when an own editor who wrote your own fucking thing literally says sadly it's receiving a season 2, you know you fucked up. Wow. Ooh, my little sheep eyes are like popping out of my fucking skull. If I could, I would rip off this bell and throw it in anger. Wow.
my opinion on all of this, and a lot of you guys might disagree with this, but like I've talked to Addy numerous times. We talked about this article and everything. I genuinely...
Okay. I just want to cover the drama part. I just want to cover like the articles and stuff, but I will still cover his opinion and agree or disagree with what he said, but he has still 2 more parts on this. So let's see what he has to say about this.
I really do think that Addy is passionate about this series. I don't think he's some kind of like egomaniac that just wanted some high from being able to champion a series. Like that's just crazy to me. We've talked at length about DMC and the whole series and like the state of everything, and it does seem like he actually like cares. Season 1 definitely had a lot of problems. We can't look past that. Like, you know, I've went over everything. He's addressed it. Like, we're past that now. You can only like just make improvements on season 2 from here. But I feel like saying that the dude isn't passionate about the series at all is just kind of a lie. But like I said, I could be wrong. I could just be completely wrong. But I think what Addy meant when he said this is he didn't feel like he was needed for the series. He didn't feel like he was needed for Devil May Cry. He didn't feel like his...
You shouldn't feel needed. Okay, I'm gonna be honest when I say this. If you're making a fucking anime, you make it from the heart because you love the material enough to make it. Like, the fucking people behind, like, Genjutsu Kaijin, like, even though they're getting work, like, half to death because the company that's making it's treating them like shit, they know their source material, and they love it. From what I know from actual people who have been in that company for quitting because of how terrible the work conditions were, they said the only thing that kept them going was the material itself because they actually liked the material. They wanted to give it the respect it deserved. You can like a material, but for fuck's sake, I didn't think I know anyone who get pissed about being announced like, oh yeah, there's more going on with the series. It's gonna be ongoing still. You're just gonna make a project to kind of make an anime form fit. It's like, I don't know a single person out there be like, what? No! No! Seriously! Who was fucking saying that about their project? If I was making like a Chrono Trigger anime, and I was told outright, like, hey, just so you know, Chrono Trigger, the next Chrono Trigger just got announced. I'd be like, you are fucking kidding me. Hell yeah. Okay, sweet. Okay, can we put this like on the back burner then? Or what if we make this take place between the Chrono Triggers? Oh, let's work at that angle. Let's work that angle. And then boom. Boom. And it shows you're still passionate with respect to the source material, but going out of your way to say, I hate the fact Devil May Cry 5 was announced. Well, sorry, saying I was unhappy that it was announced. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Holy shit.
TV series was actually needed because the series is still ongoing. Right before this, he talks about how he likes to take things that he thinks aren't going to really get any more content and kind of blow them up in popularity so that they get revived and create more content. And that's
that just screams to me someone wanting to be like one of those fucking ego trippers. I'm sorry, but I actually know someone like this. Like, that's actually someone I know. And I kid you not, they're the most... I hate being near them, but I'm stuck with it. Because they're the same people who are like, oh, I'm the reason this happened. You should praise me. Because they've done it. Because they'll take something that no one else has talked about, go and complain about, and boom, it changes things. It's like, oh, look, I caused a better thing now. Crazy, because I talked about it, even though everyone else has already been talking about it. Like I said, I know someone like this. They're insufferable. Oh my god, this relates to my real life right now. Oh my god.
That's why he says like, oh, I didn't know it was not dead. I should have just did Street Fighter instead. Because the reason that he wanted to make the show was to make the series spawn more content. The series is already making more content, so he felt like his show wasn't really needed, and he should have did it for something that actually would have needed.
Who cares if it feels like you could literally use that to your advantage? Place it in between the source material, or for fuck's sake, use it to help you make an extension of it, like a Devil May Cry 6 anime. There, because that's what they did for the original anime. I don't remember the years it was released, but it takes place between Devil May Cry 1 and Devil May Cry 2. I think it's 1 or 4, because the series is Devil May Cry 3, and I think it's 1, then 2, then 4. And in between 1 and 4, or 1 and 2, I think maybe after. No, Dante has a different outfit, so it has to be between 1 and 2, or maybe after 2 and before 4 is what happened. Is when that anime took place. That's what it feels. I can't. As a longtime No May Cry fan, that statement there just irks me.
He did a show. I think that a lot of people don't like season 1, me included. I openly don't like season 1 of the show, but because of that, it's just made people so hostile and aggressive and misunderstand and just dogpile.
It's because it's not that good.
Anything having to do with the show at all. It's like when your skin is already bruised.
The reason no one really likes it is because it didn't portray the characters correctly. As I've literally heard from my own fans of my community, they've outright said, like, the fact of how they portray each of the characters is the reason they didn't like it. If he did a little bit better, it wouldn't receive as much hate. If he portrayed the characters better and didn't keep also using Jackpot every fucking episode and made Lady really, really OP, I don't think it would have gotten as much hate.
Even if you just touch it really lightly, it's still gonna hurt really bad. It's like the damage has already been done so much by season 1 that whenever anything like this comes out, it just gets misinterpreted so easy because people already don't like this dude and don't like this show. But I completely disagree with this article and with everyone on Twitter saying that Addy has no passion for the show and he's just using it as a vessel for his ego. Like, that's just absolutely insane. Me and Addy don't agree on everything having to do with Devil May Cry, obviously. I feel like this is being insanely misinterpreted, and he's just absolutely getting dogpiled on the internet because of it. To recap, what I believe,
I can see that. The dogpile and all that, because I'm also taking it my way. I'm taking what he said and I'm reading it as I believe it's being written. That's the thing right now. I'm taking it the way I see it. He could be meaning it. It's like when you get texted something, okay? Let's say someone texts you, like, you're in a fight with someone, like, okay, good night, like you're going to bed. If you're pissed at this person, you could text, you'd be like, oh, so you're pissed at me now. Okay, good night, fucker. And it's like, dude, I just wanted to go to bed. Good night. You know, it's like, on the other end, the sender is just like, I just want to go to bed, okay? Good night. But you could take it as like, oh, you're being fucking hostile, are you? Like, that is a common problem we have nowadays. I will not deny that.
Addy meant when he said this is that the reason that he makes shows about video game series is to raise the popularity of the video game series and hopefully make it make more games. The reason
Again, I already made a point on that
DMC5 was coming out and Devil May Cry wasn't really a dead franchise and he should have did Street Fighter or what another series that he believed to be dead instead, was because he felt like his series wasn't needed and he should have did a series instead for a franchise that needed it.
This was my thing. Like, I like Dino Crisis. I see.
And
I thought I was bringing this thing back, and I'm like, oh, this is like a modern fucking thing. Like, this is ongoing. Then I should have done Street Fighter.
You guys can go ahead and let me know in the comments what you guys think. Am I right? Is everybody just misinterpreting this because they hate Addy in the show? Or
oh my lord,
because like I'm just lame. Also, I want to talk about a completely different topic right now. If you're just here for wanted to hear about the Addy stuff, you can leave. This is more about like the YouTube channel. I want to branch off from DMC and start.
All right. I'm going to stop there because that involves the channel. If you want to hear about, like I said, link in the description. But let's read the comments real fast. I'm curious what other people say. Okay. Honestly, this just confirms that Shankar isn't an actual fan. He's just a tourist to these popular existing franchise. He wants to put a stamp out out of ego. The ego thinking he needs to save irrelevant franchise that aren't even irrelevant is very telling of his motivation. Castlevania got to his head so hard it ballooned. I can see that. Because people did claim that Castlevania technically got saved because of the anime, I think. I think that was something that happened. I could be wrong. Let's read like one more. I like that niche thing. DMC is niche. One of the most popular hack and slash games ever that literally set the benchmark. Okay, sorry. Well, ever. DMC set the benchmark. Like, Devil May Cry set the benchmark. What every company should aspire to do for hack and slash. Oh, zero talent, zero respect for the source material, zero visionary, 100% ego. Why does that seem right? The should have done Street Fighter is the worst part in all this. Is it that the games still new stuff? Hang on. No. A fan of the series would not get upset that another game in their favorite series is coming out just because it takes away spotlight from the show. If he was an actual fan, he'd be happy that the series was not dead and can still have games coming out. The way he spoke 100% gives out the impression he agreed to it because he thought it would be this big, massive thing to renovate the wheel. He was going to get credit for that. He might be a fan, but it was for the wrong reasons he was a fan. Okay, let me reread that correctly. He agreed to because he thought it would be this big, massive thing to renovate the wheel, reinvent the wheel. He was going to get credit for that. Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's literally what I'm saying. Okay, now if you think that's all there is, you are wrong. There are 3 fucking videos on this. 3. Let's move on to the second one. This one's titled, Adi Shankar Won't Stop Embarrassing Himself. This was released 6 days ago, okay? You know you fucked up when you get community noted on Twitter. Oh, fucking great. Best thing to do right now is to keep quiet. Take all the criticism, put it in his work. Agreed. If you were to take that, you know, I can't believe he said he didn't know there was a DMC5 coming out and proceeds to add Cavalier Angelo from DMC5 to the anime. I forgot that was added. Oh, fuck.
Because I don't really have that much time to record this. I don't know why I said that. I don't really have that much time. Like I'm like I'm recording like a voice log or something, you know, during the apocalypse. I don't know why I worded it like.
Okay, I had to step back. The recording fucked up, by the way. I'm re-recording this. Sorry, I just rewind the footage, but holy shit, it's gonna get done.
To record this. I don't know why I said that. I don't really have that much time. Like I'm like I'm recording like a voice log or something, you know, during the apocalypse. I don't know why I worded.
Oh, I'd like to tell everybody, humanity is not dead. We can rebuild.
It like that, but I have to go soon, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. We got some more Twitter drama to talk about because why not? So in my last video, or the last video was the Bloody Palace guide. Before that video, with the last slop video, I talked about some drama that was happening with Addy, the showrunner for the DMC anime, and this clip right here, I'll just kind of show you guys instead of, you know, explaining it over again. This clip ended up causing a lot of backlash and started a lot of controversy over on Twitter.
Absolutely right. Numbers wise, Eclipse.
In case you guys missed this, the clip in question. If not, well, it's the same clip.
Is everything else.
Yep.
But I'm passionate about Devil May Cry. Like I love this thing.
Yeah.
And I love this niche thing.
That's the most important
And now
thing
I can take it and hopefully blow it up to a point where I can expand it and there'll be more of it.
Yep.
Right. So and I didn't know that there was a Devil May Cry 5 coming out.
Record scratch?
You didn't know?
No.
Oh, fuck me. I used to never have that problem, by the way. And then they were fucking found a way to kid around my ad blockers. Like, I have 3 different ad blockers I use. Fuck!
Oh,
I got actually unhappy when they, you know, so I signed the deal and I'm like, yeah, great, I'm doing it. And then they're like, good news, we have Devil May Cry 5 coming out.
Were you hoping to play it before doing your adaptation? Is that what you're saying? Or you just...
No, I actually thought the franchise was dead.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, you don't release a game in 2 months? You're dead. Yeah, just that I'm not joking, by the way. That's literally the thing people act like. If a game's not getting constant updates anymore or releases every month, then it's dead. And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? More on that statement in a future vid where I cover a game called Pathless Woods. Because that one I'm going to be talking a bit about in the way of what's going on with it.
This was my thing. Like I liked Dino Crisis. I liked.
I see.
And I thought I was bringing this thing back, and I'm like, oh, this is like a modern fucking thing. Like this is ongoing. Then I should have done Street Fighter.
This clip got a lot of backlash to the point where Addy reached out to me and we talked.
If I could state this real quickly, just real fucking quickly. Street Fighter 5 was announced in 2016. I think he did the deal before he did. I don't remember when he did the date. Fuck, I'm recording this like different hours right now because I had to like walk away to get my head clear.
Talked about it on Twitter for a bit until I made a video actually defending Addy and talked about how that's not exactly what he meant, really. I do believe that what he said was just terribly worded. I think what he meant to say is that instead of making an anime for a series that is already alive and getting new releases, that he rather would have just made an anime for something that most likely would never get another release unless he made an anime for it. Because the reason that he likes making anime series is because he likes reviving IPs that he likes that aren't that popular.
Again, fueling his ego. This is fueling an ego. This is literally like someone I know. oh my fucking god! I'm like, I want to scream. I want to scream, but I don't want to scream anymore because I literally just got done filming some other stuff. I can't keep screaming. I'm hurting my throat.
That they hopefully make more video games. So I put that video up, and that was that. So since then, Addy has done some other things as far as like handling this whole situation that I can't really defend and that are honestly kind of embarrassing. I've talked to Addy a lot. He's a big friend of the channel, so it just kind of hurts to just kind of see him handle.
He's a friend of the channel. Is that why you defended him? I'm sorry. I can't resist poking at you a bit here, man. Zero, if you see my video, I'm just poking at you a little bit here, man. I'm sorry. I don't mean anything hateful by what I say. As another longtime fan of the series, this is how I'm interpreting it. I'm just poking also at you a bit here, man. It's like those people with like big, it's like the whole honey drama. It's like some YouTubers who came out and revealed that, oh, they knew what was going on with honey. Markiplier got all the fucking credit for refusing honey for that deal.
A situation like this, but you know, let's get into it and I'll actually explain what happened. So you might remember in that other video I read an excerpt from an article from a game journalism site called Bounding Into Comics. They made an article with a headline.
I don't know much about Bounding Into Comics, but it's hard to trust any site nowadays because most of them are fucking biased. I mean, remember when Suicide Squad was coming out and they kept saying how this was gonna fix everything and be on the right side of history and that kind of shit? Like, really? 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 Where's Suicide Squad now? Oh, wait, it's dead.
Called Addy Shankar was unhappy with Devil May Cry 5 because it took spotlight away from his Netflix series. Quote, I thought the franchise was dead. I thought I was bringing this thing back. Now, I saw this article shortly after it came out, and I sent the article over to him and we talked about it and we just kind of found it funny. And that was that. Like, I didn't know he was actually going to respond to the article. He responded to it and he said, this headline is fake. Fabricating quotes is not journalism, and then puts a gif of a guy.
Oh my god, you do not do. Just a quote, that's from Austin Powers. That's Dr. Evil, I believe, if I remember correctly, but you do not do this. This is why I don't go on Twitter. This is literally how you feed the Twitter insult community. They will find these posts and they will rip you apart. It's why I refuse to use Twitter.
Putting journalism in quotes. Now, the thing that is fucking crazy is that this is a direct quote. He did actually say this. He said he was unhappy.
Wow. I got actually unhappy.
Because he thought the franchise was dead.
Oh my fucking god, I'll be back.
No, I actually thought the franchise was unhappy.
Because he thought the franchise was dead.
There you go.
Thought he was
Sorry about that again.
Back.
No, I actually thought the franchise was dead, and I thought I was bringing this thing back. And
it's not. It didn't fabricate a quote. It's just he worded what he meant terribly, and it quoted what he said. That's all it is. So
exactly.
He put up a comment responding to it, saying this headline is false. Fabricating quotes is not journalism. He got 200 likes out of 400,000 views and got community noted, saying Addy has said these words. He got actually community noted by Twitter, and it's just, oh my god. So
if you get community noted, you are in even worse predicament than anything else, because it takes a lot to get noted on Twitter, especially to be called out. Holy shit.
He takes it even further. He ends up messaging me. We talk about it for a bit, and I guess he was like, you know what, I'm gonna just like make a public statement. So we're like, all right. So he makes a public statement, and I'm just gonna read that statement now. At the time,
oh my god, you do not do that. You just stop. You just stop. Full honesty here. You don't do that. Cover if you wish, but you stop. Cause oh my fucking god. Who's adding gasoline and propane to a fire?
The DMC franchise had been dormant for years. DMC4 was 2008. Then DMC5 was announced, and suddenly.
Okay, hang on. Rewind there. I don't like calling this out, but it is true. There was the reboot of DMC4 that added in Virgil, Lady and Trish. They were added in a special edition, and then there was the DMC5 that came out. Okay, I'm gonna just double check myself. So DMC4 was released on June 18th, 2015, okay? Reboot. Fucking hell. Okay. Devil May Cry. Devil. Okay. DMC. Devil May Cry. Release date. January 15th, 2013. So you saying the series was dead is still technically wrong. Even though we do not count this fucker, we will never count this fucker. There was still a game that came out. And then the special edition came out. Oh no, that's just going off that. I guess we don't count that. So let's think there. Okay, 2015 is when the special edition came out. This came out in 2008, I believe. So let's check again. DMC, Netflix, anime, announcement date. Late 2018. So he's technically not wrong. Because like I said, if we go back again, this came out in 2015. That was the latest in the entry from the true people behind Devil May Cry. So that was about 3 years ago. Okay. Okay. I see how some people can think that, especially nowadays. All right, let's continue.
Suddenly, people were congratulating me, assuming the value of the IP I had acquired had skyrocketed. Every studio...
Reread that, please.
Oh, he makes a public statement, and I'm just gonna read that statement. At the time,
Lord.
the DMC franchise had been dormant for years. DMC4 was 2008, then DMC5 was announced, and suddenly people were congratulating me, assuming the value of the IP I had acquired had skyrocketed. Every studio in town wanted it, but I didn't come into this as a business move. This wasn't about flipping a hot property. It felt like buying a house on a quiet street because you love the view. Then a shopping mall opens across the road. Sure, it raises the value, but it also changes the entire vibe. I'm an OG DMC1 fan. I don't love sudden change, and in that moment in 2017, I wasn't even sure I'd like DMC5. He doesn't like sudden change, but he changed literally everything about the story.
Exactly! Oh, I don't like sudden change. You make fucking Sparta a basically deadbeat father in a sense. You make Virgil not Virgil! You make Dante a fucking emo at one point. Seriously. Oh, he's in its Devil Trigger form. Quickly. Red eyes. Oh, so cool. You make a lady able to kill anybody easily. You change the story where they were actually demon refugees. Like, the only thing I found that does that whole, demons can be people too thing is Trish from DMC1 and from the Devil May Cry anime, the one character who fell in love with a human. And it's because it's like Sparta. Sparta was also a demon who fell in love with a human and wanted to protect her and humanity. Same with this demon, who was there to mainly because he was forced, he needed to open a portal for his master, but then fell in love with the daughter of where he's supposed to open the portal. So it's like, are you... Oh my god. My fucking god, I'm like an hour into recording this. I'm an hour into recording this.
I digress. I ended up loving...
Fucking hell. I hate ads so bad. By the way, this is just peak Virgil. Can we just all agree? Virgil! Let me have some of that. Let me have some of the monster. Please, this little sheep. This little sheep just wants a little bit monster, Virgil. I'm sorry, I can't resist. I can't resist.
Changed literally everything about the story. I digress. I ended up loving it. The RE engine look initially threw me, but the game was excellent. So when I was unhappy, I wasn't criticizing the game. I was reflecting on the shift in what I thought I had signed on to do. I thought I was helping to bring something beloved to me, back from the dead. Instead, I realized Capcom was already revitalizing it as a full-blown AAA franchise. As a producer, it made...
Devil May Cry was already a AAA franchise! It's been a AAA franchise since Devil May Cry 1! Because Capcom backed that then too! Even though it was technically a spin-off from a failed Resident Evil project!
Made me reevaluate how I use my time and energy. So just to interrupt again, so the reboot came out in 2013. He doesn't mention the reboot coming out. The reboot came out 4 years before they told him that DMC5 was...
I'm glad I'm not the only one who checked that fact!
...was being developed and was going to come out soon. So he had to have known that the series wasn't completely dead, right? Because
oh my god, I just realized this. Those can't see it. I'll move aside. But we have Big Boss playing Devil May Cry 5. Even Solid Snake, even Big Boss Snake himself loves Devil May Cry 5. Let's get some Devil May Cry 5.
it just had gotten an installment. Maybe he just doesn't count the reboot as being like an official DMC game. But
I don't either. We do not like talking. There is no DMC reboot in Boston say.
But when he got on this project, they had made a new game 4 years ago. So what was making me think that this was completely dead? I never realized that until just now. I don't chase massive IPs. That's what everyone else in Hollywood does. I go after personally meaningful titles. When I saw DMC was thriving again at the time, I wondered if maybe my energy would have been better spent resurrecting a property from Capcom that needed my help, like Dino Crisis, Darkstalkers. I forgot Darkstalkers even exist. Oh my god. Or God Hand.
Oh my god. Oh, if he would have ended up helping get God Hand revived. Oh, that would have been so nice, actually. I wish God Hand would come back. I want to play it again. I don't have a copy though of God Hand anymore, and it's hard to find a ROM of it. Because it's like, God, that was like one of the many games I played when I was a child. Darkstalkers, God Hand. Like, mainly God Hand, though. Darkstalkers I was okay with. Dino Crisis, decent.
Worlds I love that have been ignored for too long. I wanted to give the spotlight to worlds that needed a boost. And when I joked that I, quote, should have done Street Fighter, I didn't mean I regret making DMC. I meant that if I were choosing between a AAA mega IP, I might as well go after the biggest. So that's not who I am. I routinely turn down giant titles. I focus on specific stuff I genuinely care about. Hope this clears things up. So,
Okay. Real quickly. When I say it now, I see what you mean by the Street Fighter comment then, okay? Real honest, full honest thing. I thought you were insulting Street Fighter right there when I made that comment about you being, in a sense, being like, oh, well, Street Fighter was also dead. Why didn't I just go revive that instead? It's like, I thought that was the way you're going, but instead you meant like that. Okay, I apologize for that comment, okay? You get one apology out of me. I'm still not forgiving you for the rest of the shit you've said so far. Nor of how you handled the DMC IP. That anime in season 1 was really bad. And you're greenlit for a second season. I'm probably not going to look at it because you already burned my love already.
He got 615,000.
Because I'm going to go right back just watch the original that was made by the Capcom, by the fucking director of the Devil May Cry thing.
1,000 views we care about. Hope this clears things up. So he got 615,000 views on this and only 757 likes. And then Donovan in the comics replied to his tweet and ratioed him and said, why, after you DM'd us to clarify your statement and being given the floor, did you then choose to abandon our conversation and instead post this public response without even tagging us? Is because we weren't buying your attempt to charm your way out of this? Care to comment? And it's like,
exactly.
Oh my God, we talked about this. Like, you didn't even need to respond to the article. Like, you could have just left.
Exactly. Like I said, I only gave you 1 point. The rest of it, you fucker. I don't like things to change. Really? As the guy who wrote this said, Zero here. He literally called out everything you changed. And I called out myself. Lady, Dante, Virgil, fucking everything.
Left it alone. You didn't even need to respond. Just the lying about the fabrication of the quote is crazy.
Holy Lord.
You'd think he would just be like, oh yeah, that's what I said, but I didn't mean it. Like, you obviously said that. I don't know. It's just being handled so badly. It just sucks. It just sucks, dude. It just absolutely sucks.
More than you know.
It also sucks when Addy is putting up tweets where he just puts winning with a gold medal. Like, honestly, just the way this was handled was just awful.
Winning what? Hatred? Many people are pissed at you.
Can't defend this at all. Like, I'm literally known for defending this dude because we're cool. I don't know. It's just I just can't defend the lying. I can't defend the Twitter cringe. The winning. Like, after that, it's just like, dude, like, that's just so childish.
God.
Like, I don't know. I don't even know why I decided to make this video. I just saw this on Unraveling and I was just like, bro, this is just being handled in the worst possible way. Let me just get on here and clarify that I don't defend behavior like this at all. Just straight up lying to everybody and just trying to just like downplay things and not take accountability and be like
I said, I could see the whole Street Fighter comment. If he meant it like that, if he was just chasing busy like AAA things, he wanted to go for Street Fighter. Okay, you know what? That's understandable in a sense. That's the only comment I could give to him because, like I said, I thought he was insulting Street Fighter when he made that full comment because it's like Street Fighter wasn't dead either, you fuck.
Like, yeah, I did say that. I worded it terribly. You know, instead you just lie about, like, that's just I just can't. I can't endorse that because that's just embarrassing, and it makes me also feel kind of embarrassed because like I'd consider myself like associated with this dude. It's kind of just like an embarrassment AOE, if that makes any sense. Again, like it's area of effect embarrassment that just embarrasses everyone who's associated with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, join my Discord.
All right, let's read the comments again. I can't believe you said you didn't know there was DMC 5 coming up. Proceeds to add. Oh wait, I already said that. TLDR, Addy said BS. Addy said it was fake quote. It was a purely for ego. Addy tried to get out of it or gather more attention. I just proved the point of many. And then, oh, here's one. Why our beloved series gets stuck in a tree like this? DMC reboot. Hot peck of greed. Netflix. After all this BS, after the legendary return of DMC 5, is it bad luck? No, people just want to milk it. Like, no, a bad omen. Though it's possible. There are too many really bad eyes on DMC franchise IP, especially Chinese company who've been trying to anything and preferably everything DMC through Capcom. Devil May Cry, peak of combat! Ice Shaker, killer of Apu, destroyer of Castlevania, desecrator of Devil May Cry. Like I said, I only know of one Castlevania anime, and it was fine. I don't know if he wrote it, though. To be fully honest, I don't know if he wrote that. To be fair, Castlevania is only saved by the Deep Brothers because they are fans. Theory one of them have actual for stretch guys for portrait of Ruin in the past. Ruin leads, despite being a piece of shit, made a good story, and I tried to overlook season 1 and 2 before leaving Konami. You see quality dip, it changes season 3 and 4, but it still managed to be great regardless. Castlevania is awesome thanks to Warren Ellis. Are they talking about the one I saw? Like I said, I only ever seen one Castlevania anime. Anyway, that's the end of that. On to the next video. Before we continue, I like to say this was posted 5 hours ago as of filming, okay? 5 hours ago this was posted. Let's watch.
What's going on, guys? So before I start the video, I just want to tell you guys about a charity stream I'm doing to raise money for a non...
Okay, we're gonna have to skip this because I would just want to get to the main thing.
Square. Major happens because I feel like I've made way too make on Addy for a while. Because be there or be square. So this is the last video I'm gonna make on Addy for a while, I think, unless something like really major happens, because I feel like I've made way too many videos on this. But it's just like it's such a rabbit hole where every time I make a video talking about something
I haven't played Monster Hunter Month.
As I'm making the video or like right after I upload the video, some other crazy stuff happens that I just can't help myself but talk about. So just to kind of fill you guys in on everything that's been going on with the Devil May Cry anime up to this point, if you go to my channel, you'll see on the homepage the last video in this series. I guess it's a series at this point, and you can kind of like fill yourself in on what's going on so far. But pretty much what happened, like the TLDR is Addy was on a podcast and was talking about how he didn't know that DMC5 was in development while he was working on his anime, and when he found out about it, he was actually unhappy. But he just kind of worded what he meant really terribly. I still don't believe that's what he actually meant. Again, you can just go back and watch that other video, so I don't have to, you know, reiterate myself for the people that already are kind of caught up on everything. But I don't think that's what he meant. He just worded what he said very horribly. So this article from a what I hear is a very respected and like reputable journalism site for...
I don't know anything about this site. Again, like I said, if you haven't known, they're called like a Comic Banjo or something. I don't know. I don't know jack shit about these people. I've never seen any of their articles because I normally avoid game informant journalists or anything like that ever since the fucking Suicide Squad DI disaster movement that happened. Ever since then, I've avoided this shit.
Gaming and comics and things called Bounding Into Comics put up an article
Bounding Into Comics,
just describing and reporting on what he said, and Addy accused this article of fabrication, saying that it's just completely making...
But he said this! It's literally a quote from his own streams! Like, it's own shit.
Up a quote that he said when he did actually say this word for word. This is a certified Addy banger quote. He did actually say this, but it's just he worded what he meant terribly, and this just quoted what he said. If that makes any sense. So he went on to talk to me about it, and after that, I guess he decided he was going to put up a public statement, and after that public statement, he just kind of disappeared from the internet for a bit. But he came back and put up some of the goofiest tweets I've ever seen. And I know it's rage bait, but I just kind of want to talk about this anyway, and kind of just like talk about why, even though this is rage bait, it's still like just absolutely infuriating. It's a retweet of a tweet from Culture Crave, and he says, George R.R. Martin once gave me a gold coin over dinner. I like George, and he's 100% right. Writers should stop taking beloved material and changing it. Please respect the source material. IP doesn't exist for your agenda. So
you changed everything about Devil May Cry 5! Oh my, not Devil May Cry 5, sorry. The Devil May Cry series in general. You changed everything. Sparta is no longer this respectable demon who turned his back on his own kind to defend the human. He's a deadbeat dad. Virgil, the guy who's so driven by the fact he lost his mother and his quest for power drove him mad. Oh, he just I don't even know. I can't remember that Virgil, to be honest. I can't remember the Virgil he made because it was frankly not the Virgil I'm used to, and I deny it. You turned Dante from this guy who just likes to have fun, kill demons, and just like all around crazy, wacky pizza man into an emo fuckwit for half the thing, and the other half the time, a guy I'd rather shoot my brains out and not listen to.
Well, obviously, this is like some kind of rage bait where it's like, oh, he completely changed the entire story and everything about Devil May Cry for his anime. So it's supposed to be like some rage bait where you're supposed to be like, hey, why are you saying that? You changed everything about your show too. The reason I still want to talk about this, even though it's rage bait, is because it just shows a sense of self-awareness that his show, even though it was very popular, was overall just like received horribly by.
He did it technically. He got me to get pissed because that statement alone, no, you don't say that. You don't. This is why I avoid Twitter. This is why I hate Twitter.
Anyone who knows anything about DMC, and it's like, instead, it's just crazy because instead of have the respect to kind of just like go on Twitter and put up a statement, it's like, oh yeah, you know, I've taken all your criticism, blah blah blah. We're gonna work on the show, whatever. Instead, he just decides to just mock everyone. It's just kind of like, it just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Or maybe he did put up a tweet like that. I'm not sure. Like we did talk a lot about like the show. And
you keep saying you talked with him. You talked with him. We get it. You're friends with him, Zero. Not to shoot at you, not to throw my anger towards you, but you keep. It feels like you're trying to defend him when there's nothing to defend. He's literally right now in the process of. You are literally trying to help him plug the holes in his boat when there's a perfectly good raft next to you. I'm not gonna lie. He is acting like, in a sense, he did nothing wrong and everyone is just blowing portion of it because he still is unhappy DMC5 came out. Instead of acknowledging and admitting his faults, like an adult should do, he's acting like a child right now with how he's taking this. Like, this is stuff I actually experienced when I was at a daycare. That should say something.
And everything, and like what improvements could be made to it, like extensively. But the going on Twitter and just basically mocking the people that are into this game, that criticize your show, that are passionate about this series, that want the show to be better, right, is just like kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. It's just kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and I don't like that at all. Like,
sorry, he killed Xeno Jiva with that charge play attack. Oh, that's lovable right there.
Imagine I make a soup, right, and then I let you try my soup, and then you tell me, yeah, the soup's all right. I mean, it doesn't really have that much salt though. So then I'm like, okay, thank you. I appreciate your feedback and your criticism. And then I go on Twitter and I'm just like, man, honestly, people should start putting more salt in their soup, like buckets of salt. No soup has enough salt. It's like, yeah, even though you were receptive of and respectful about people's criticism to the show, it's like this kind of just completely invalidates it because you're just mocking the people. Like, does that make any sense? Maybe I'm just like on to nothing here, but I don't know. I just don't like that at all. That's just very, very weird. And I found my next cosplay. Ooh, ha ha ha, funny, awesome.
No, don't let him touch the series. Do not let that guy touch anything related to Nier Automata. I swear to God, please don't. Please, I haven't finished it yet. I'm still working on ending. I'm working on the last ending right now.
Honestly, bro, at this point, after all of the crazy shit that's happened, the way the show was received, the shit with the fabrication and the lying about bounding in the comics, Addy's social media presence has just not been like a plus for him at all, and it would actually benefit him and the projects he's working on to just stop engaging with social media. All him engaging on social media is doing is just lowering people's respect for him and just making people not believe in this project at all. And I know you could be like, oh, well, he's just rage baiting. He's just trolling. Addy's a troll. But it's like, dude, it's like, that's just not really the look you want to have. It's when it's like, yeah, you're making a show about a beloved IP.
Exactly. To bring my own image to help support a bit of my own, like, to talk about this, my image is a gamer who loves games and doesn't mind talk about the good and bad parts. I'm always open for discussion. I'm always open for, taking roasts for when I suck at games, because that's fine. Do I incentivize hatred, though? Do I incentivize you guys for being like, oh, well, you all maybe should get better, too? It's like, I never once act like this. He's acting like someone who is just like, oh, stab you, oh, like, insulting me. Oh, I'm, like, better. Like, he's acting like this. It's like, he's an adult, too. I'm in my 20s. He puts a shame to the title adult.
Addy even talks about how when he first got the rights to make this show and start working on it, how people were saying like he got a steal and everything, and how like valuable the Devil May Cry IP was, and it's just like it just kind of just lowers people's expectations, and they're like, oh well, the show is like being made by a troll that doesn't even take anything he does seriously at all.
That's true. That is really fucking true. There was an anime that got made from a manga, and the company that worked on it really didn't care about it, but it still got enough attention that it was featured a bit by people showing it as one of the laziest efforts out there. And I can't wait, because I know it's gonna happen too. That Devil May Cry reboot Netflix adaptation, it's going to be, in a sense, featured in one of those lists eventually of people being like, worst anime directors ever, because of how he's treating this. And you can't say I'm wrong.
There's a reason why
we all know I'm right
that
about
work
this.
on large projects that are also like kind of have celebrity status, like the Kojimas, if you will. There's a reason that even though they kind of joke around on social media a lot, they still try to keep a professional social media presence. It's because when you don't, it just lowers people's expectations of the thing that you're working on, because they're like, dude, this is just being made by a troll. Why should I believe in this? It just honestly sucks. The social media, none of this stuff would have happened if Addy would just stop in using social media. Like, you notice that
take his phone. Take his phone. Oh wait, no. He might be toilet tweeting too. Someone stop him.
No new like anything that happened for me to even talk about until Addy came back to social media. It was fine. It was peace, right? It was like a calm. I don't know. Just the more Addy tweets and tweets, the less hopeful I am for the season 2 of the anime, and the less that I think any changes have been made to it at all. None of any of the changes that like I've been talking about, that anybody else has been talking about. But I just have to wait and see. So yeah, that's my yap. That's my ramble for the day. Remember, June 28th.
And that's the end of it. Honestly, like I said, I never really had hope. Coming from a fan of the series, I'll give you guys my 2 cents before I end the video. I understand where some things can be misconstrued. That has happened before, like I said earlier in the video. Earlier in the video, I did talk about that being like a possible case. But this, he's literally he's fueling a fire of hatred towards him and now Devil May Cry. In a sense, he's trying to get rid of Devil May Cry. It feels like if he garners enough hatred towards it, there'll never be more Devil May Cry things. So he'll be like, oh, well, I'll make it now I'll make a 3rd season and save the series. It's like, just stop. Someone take his phone. Someone needs to sit him down, drill into his head why this is bad, and then maybe tell him to take this criticism, change your fucking thing, and make this better. It's like what Back for Blood did. This is almost what happened with Back for Blood. My God. Anyway, I'm ending it there. I'm angry. I'm mad. You guys are going to be seeing a couple more React videos coming out. I'm going to be covering JonTron, like I said. I want to cover the Russian Badger. I've heard of him. I want to cover those two. I do want to cover Nogla and Terrorized React as well in my mixture. So expect a bit more reaction videos. You guys do enjoy these. Anyway, I've been DJ Jacob1234. This is your local sheep girl, signing off. Good night, everybody.